What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, January 6th, and in this video, we're going to be going over the best plays for tonight's 6-game NBA slate over on PrizePicks. We're also going to be going over and checking out the Betr board as well and trying to build out a slip over there. If you guys are new to the channel, hello, my name is TJ. I use math and data to help find profitable long-term plays over on DFS apps that use fixed payouts like PrizePicks, like Betr, like Dabble, like Underdog, like Pick6, and many more. So if you're unaware of what fixed payouts actually are and you want to learn how to actually find the best plays when playing on DFS apps like PrizePicks, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if this video does get 75 likes, I will do a $50 giveaway on my next video. So in order to enter, you have to 1, be subscribed to the channel, 2, hit that like button so we can hit our goal, and 3, go ahead and comment your favorite play for tonight's Tuesday NBA 6-game slate. Let's quickly go over how we did on our most recent pick video, our prior pick video, so the one from Saturday, because I didn't do one on Sunday, I do apologize. We hit 2 times, so we went 5 for 6 on PrizePicks, or we went 4 for 5, because we had a DNP, or a reboot with Sengun. And then our Betr slip, we went 4 for 5, so we had 2 times. We 4 times our money, which is great. Last night, not as much luck. So here's what happened on our 6 flex slip that we did from Monday. I was only able to get a 5 flex entered, so obviously nobody else was able to get that slip entered either, because right after I'd finished recording, I went to go submit the slip, but Reed Shepard over 3.5 assists ended up getting removed from the board. But he didn't hit. So really, if you tailed the video slip, we went 3 for 5. We got a 0.4 times back. So not all lost, but not what we're looking for. We had Isaiah Stewart under 7 rebounds. He had 5 in the first half, I think, so finished with 9. Kawhi soared over his rebound line. Eason had 2 threes. RJ Barrett came up just short of his points, and then Melton stayed comfortably under his points plus rebounds. And then over on Betr, same thing. We went 3 for 5. But over on Betr, if we go 3 for 5, we get a 0.5 times payout. So we had the nice little game stack with Steph over rebounds and Podziemski under RA, which hit. Cat under rebounds, soared under. And then RJ Barrett and Ingram, we were just mixed a little bit. We got hooked on both of these. Had we had Barrett over with Ingram under, we would have 10 times our money and turned 100 into 1,000. But unfortunately, we were on the wrong side of this mini game stack. And that's going to happen, guys. But a 0.5 times and a 0.4 times. So again, not the end of the world, but hopefully today we can go to the PrizePicks board, build out a 6 flex slip, try to 25 times our money. Yes, 6 flex slips on PrizePicks are actually the best slip type that you can possibly play. We're going to check out Betr, try to build out a 5 flex slip because again, 5 flex slips on Betr are the best slip type that you can possibly play. So we'll go ahead, jump into the matchups. We'll head over to PrizePicks and Betr, and we'll see what we have for value. Starting with the Pacers and the Cavs. Cleveland on the road, 5.5-point favorites. We got a 235.5 over under. We have the Wizards hosting the Magic. Orlando, 7.5-point road favorites, 234.5 over under. We have the Spurs traveling to play Memphis. Spurs are 5.5-point road favorites, 238.5 over under. We have the Timberwolves hosting the Heat. Minnesota, 6.5-point home favorites, 238.5 over under. We have the Pelicans hosting the Lakers. Lakers 5.5-point road favorites, 244.5 over under. And then we have the Mavericks traveling to play the Sacramento Kings. Dallas on the road, 5.5-point favorites, 232.5 over under. So 5 of the 6 road teams tonight are kind of heavily favored here. So we'll have to see how that pans out. So now we're going to build out our slips with the help of the Upside Tools Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. This is where I get all of my plays when I'm building out slips over on DFS apps, again, that use fixed payouts. If I'm betting on sports, any sports books, I go to the Game Lines Optimizer. If I'm playing on BetMGM, if I'm playing on Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, this is going to show me the best bets over on those sports books. If I'm trying to hit any player prop bets over on sports books, low hold tool, arbitrage tool, esports, this is where I come. This is where I get all of my plays. This is where I build out all of my slips. This is where I find all of my bets. This is how I was able to profit $8,900 in the month of December. So far this month, I'm up 1,000. I get all of my plays straight off of these tools. And we're going to be using the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. And if you guys want to sign up with Upside right now, you can click the link in the description below. You can get 5 days free. And also, if you use my code TJ at checkout, you'll get 25% off your first purchase. So a really good deal going on over at Upside. Again, you can click on the link below in the description to take advantage and get signed up. Now, this tool that we're going to be using is a line shopping tool. And again, this is for plus EV betting. The whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds directly back to these fixed payout platforms like PrizePicks to help us find long-term profitable plays. Now, fixed payouts, I keep saying that. Basically what PrizePicks is, again, not basically, they don't actually show you the odds per each individual leg inside your slip. The only thing that actually alters your payout are the amount of legs you add into your slip. So we know that when we play a 2-man over on PrizePicks, we always get a 3 times return. It doesn't matter if I take more or less on any of these player prop projections, my payout is always going to remain the same. The only thing that's going to change it is if I add more legs to my parlay. So we have Wemby and Tyler Hero both over points. You guys can see I'm getting a 3 times payout. If I change Hero to less, I'm still getting a 3 times payout. If I change Wemby to less, I'm still getting a 3 times payout. And again, PrizePicks, fixed payout platform. If you're adding Demons and Goblins, which you guys shouldn't be playing, that's going to alter your payout and payout shift you. If you're correlating heavily on sports like NFL, NHL, PGA, soccer, all those good stuff, that will also nerf your payout as well. But in NBA, because correlation is so dense and doesn't really exist, as long as you're playing these normal more or less props, your payout stays the same. So we can leverage the sportsbook market and find where they're setting their lines and odds for these specific player props, compare them back to PrizePicks and where we're getting them in specific slip types, and find long-term profitable plays. So by utilizing this tool, I'm able to find plays where I'm getting an edge over PrizePicks long-term. Now, one thing that I like to note is that we're taking into consideration all these different sportsbook lines and odds. FanDuel and DraftKings are the 2 sharpest when it comes to setting their NBA player props. So I really only look at FanDuel and DraftKings when I'm building out slips for NBA, for PrizePicks, for Betr, for Dabble, for Pick 6, and for Underdog. So we're going to build out a 5-flex slip solely looking at where FanDuel and DraftKings are setting their lines and thinking about where we're getting them over on PrizePicks. So for instance, in a 6-flex slip on PrizePicks, each individual leg is equivalent to minus 118 odds. So we're looking for anything north of a 54.2% chance to hit. With that being said, FanDuel has this at minus 148 on the under. So Dante under 4.5 assists is minus 148 on FanDuel. We're getting this at minus 118 odds in our PrizePicks slip. Now, these are the implied odds, so we'd have to find the fair value or the true value that FanDuel is actually setting this at, which would be roughly around like minus 125. So really good edge if we're just comparing directly back to FanDuel. Again, the sharpest when it comes to setting their player props for NBA. So we're going to build just looking at FanDuel, just looking at DraftKings, and trying to find instances where they are off compared to where we're getting our number over on PrizePicks. So we're going to start with Dante DiVincenzo under 4.5 assists. We're going to clear our example. We're going to type in Dante, and we are going to take his under 4.5 assists. We're going to move right down the line. Davion Mitchell under 9.5 RA. Minus 144 on FanDuel. Good supporting odds here from DraftKings at minus 135 as well. So we'll add on Davion Mitchell. Under 9.5 RA. Moving on down, we're going to skip over Call Perfetti. We're just going to do NBA because that's what we're doing. We got Ayton over points with Cooper Flag over RA, 2 solid plays. So we'll add in DeAndre Ayton over 13.5 points with Cooper Flag over 10.5 RA. Was that right? 11.5 RA. And then we need 2 more plays. DeAndre Hunter under rebounds looks solid. Minus 136 over on FanDuel to go under. DeAndre Hunter under 4.5 rebounds. Make sure we don't have anything that pairs poorly. Nope, we're good there. Then we need 1 more play. We can always keep this at a 5 flex. But this Zion over rebounds looks pretty solid too. Again, heavily juiced on the over at minus 138. So let's go ahead and add in Zion over 5.5 rebounds. And now, mind you, you guys might be thinking to yourself, why is he taking 8 over points with Zion over rebounds? There's going to be 100-plus shots taken in that game, more. Zion can get 6 rebounds, and Ayton can get his 14 points. So we don't have to worry about that at all. Same thing here with Davion Mitchell and Dante. We're pairing assists in RA, which doesn't really matter at all. But again, we're getting our 25 times payout with this slip if we go 6 for 6. And the best part, if we go 5 for 6, we get a 2 times payout. If we go 4 for 6, we get a little money back on PrizePicks, 0.4 times payout. So good value here. For our 6 flex, we got Dante under 4.5 assists, Davion Mitchell under 9.5 RA, DeAndre Ayton over 13.5 points, Cooper Flag over 11.5 RA, DeAndre Ayton under 4.5 rebounds, and Zion over 5.5 rebounds. Now we're going to go ahead and check the better board, and this is kind of why I like to show you guys this, because the value on Betr is typically much better than what you're getting over on PrizePicks. So if I go over to the Betr board, it's actually about the same. But we have a lot of other player props that aren't offered over on PrizePicks. And we're also getting a better payout in a 5 flex than we are over on PrizePicks. Because if we enter a 5 flex on Betr, we get a 10 times payout if we go 5 for 5, which matches PrizePicks. We get a 2 times payout if we go 4 for 5, which matches PrizePicks. But if we go 3 for 5, we get a 0.5 times payout, where on PrizePicks, we only get a 0.4 times payout. So you are mathematically getting much better value and odds playing a 5 flex on Betr than we are over on PrizePicks. So we're going to go ahead down the line. Same thing. We're going to be focusing mainly on FanDuel and DraftKings. We got CJ under 3.5 rebounds. We're going to add that in. CJ under 3.5 rebounds. We had Bam over 11.5 RA. We'll add that. Hopefully Bam can go out and get us 12 RA. Bam. We have Jaden McDaniels under 4.5 rebounds. Quick note, DraftKings is the sharpest with rebound props. So minus 141 on the under. That looks amazing. Jaden McDaniels under 4.5 boards. We have Najee Marshall over 12.5 points. We'll add that in. Najee over 12.5 points. And then we have Anthony Black under RA, minus 132 on FanDuel, minus 125 on DraftKings. I'm going to refresh this really quickly, see if there's anything else that popped up. We played Cooper Flag. So we have CJ, Bam, Jaden. See, like if this Jaden was an over RA and this Anthony Edwards was an under RA, that would have been amazing. I just want to see if there's anything down here that we can pair with what we have. So we have CJ, we have Bam, we have Jaden, we have Najee. We're going to go Anthony Black under RA. One more refresh. Yeah, we're going to go Anthony Black under RA. Those are the top 5 plays on the board currently. We're going to put them in a 5 flex and be on our way. Anthony Black under 9.5 RA. And guys, just like that, we built out another profitable slip over on Betr. We're going to flex that. We got CJ under 3.5 rebounds. Bam over 11.5 RA. Jaden McDaniels, under 4.5 rebounds. We got Najee over 12.5 points. And Anthony Black under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Go ahead and get that entered. And just like that, another profitable slip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And honestly, the best thing you guys can probably do is turn on that notification bell. So whenever I post these videos, I fluctuate between doing them late at night, depending if I have the energy and I'm not too tired, or doing them early in the morning. But when I do post, the best thing you can do is have my notification bell on so you guys can get these slips locked in before any plays get bumped or removed. When we're using a tool like this that's so powerful, a lot of these plays throughout the day, like I'll tweet out a slip and, plays will just get bumped and removed left and right because we're exploiting these DFS apps. We're finding edges that they don't want us to know about. So when we have plays that we're getting a long-term edge, they'll readjust the lines appropriately to try and match a little bit closer to the sports books. But at that point, we've already locked in value. So turn on that notification bell. And again, I'm doing a $50 giveaway if this video gets 75 likes. So if you want the chance to enter, reply in the comments with your favorite play for tonight's 6-game NBA slate. And most importantly, if you guys want to get signed up with Upside, take advantage of all these different profitable tools that we have, finding value every single day. There is a link in the description below. And again, you can get a 5-day free trial. If you click the link and then use my code TJ, you'll get 25% off your first purchase. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video. And hopefully we can 25 times and 10 times. See ya.